And we're live. Hey there, friends and neighbors, and all my fellow weight loss surgery and weight loss friends. I apologize for sounding a little bit nasally. I've picked up a bit of a cold. So, excuse me. Is everybody ready for an update here? Figured I'd pop on. I didn't do an update last week, so I figured I would touch base with you because I actually have some good news to share for once. Well, not for once, but it's been a little while since I've had actual scale victory as opposed to non-scale. So let's get right to the good stuff, shall we? Today is February 9th. It is Thursday and about 5 o'clock in the evening. If you needed to know that much detail. I am now 7.5 months out post-op, and I just can't even believe that. I'm already on the latter half of my first year, and it's starting to give me some mixed emotions. For those of you who have been following me for a while know, I've been struggling post-op to get my weight to come off as steadily as it did pre-op. So again, pre-op, I lost 61 pounds. So the day of my surgery, I had myself weighed on my home scale at 401. The last weight that my surgery center had on me was 419. So their average for my weight loss post-op is actually more than mine by almost 20 pounds because they had me heavier. So, and you know, I need to find out exactly what that date was. They called it my surgery day weight, but I know for a fact that they never weighed me on the day of surgery. So, this is week 32. I'm almost at my 8-month surgiversary, which will be on the 22nd, because June 22nd of 2011 was when I had my vertical sleeve gastrectomy. I had that done laparoscopically, and I have had no complications at all. The worst thing that I've experienced so far on my journey was about 3 weeks out, between 3 to 5 weeks out, I experienced a condition called frothing, which is for sleevers similar to dumping for Roux-en-Y patients. And it was basically my own fault, pushing my limits, and I should have known better. Since then, I have not had any food issues, other than, you know, a change in my taste of what I like in comparison to, you know, post-surgery as a comparison to prior to surgery or pre-surgery. Definitely have noticed that some of my food tastes have changed, but I've yet to run into any issues with foods that I have not been able to eat or thrown up. So basically I can eat anything I want at this stage of the game. Obviously softer foods are still the best. Chili is my go-to food. I make it all the time. Probably lately it's been, especially during the winter, just throw it in the crock pot and cook it up. So I've been having that probably at least once a week, make a batch of chili to eat. Chili is really great because between the ground beef, which is easier to digest, and the beans, you get a really good protein base. So the chili is really, really good. Oh, and you know, I'm going on, and I never did actually give you my numbers. So going back real quick, I am currently sitting at 347.8 pounds, or 348. I was actually 347.4 yesterday, so I did come up a little bit today. Still 2 pounds shy of my lowest weight of 345. However, for those of you who've been following me a long time know that I was stalled out for about 5 months, where my weight actually went up after I started doing my circuit training. I do fitness boot camp 3 times a week now, and in between that, I still try and do jazzercise, which I've been doing now for about 4 or 5 months for cardio. And then, in between in my own time, I do my own exercise, probably mostly in the form of walking and hiking on the weekends, geocaching when the weather is nice, which I haven't done in a while. Got to get out there. So yeah, I am 3 pounds shy of my lowest weight. I'm hoping that this is a sign that my stall is broken and that I'm going to continue to be able to get my weight to come down. I'm not due to take measurements. I usually do those once a month, but the only thing that had been keeping me sane pretty much was the fact that I saw that the inches were still coming off. People were noticing it. I was noticing it. So that was a plus. So make sure you're taking your measurements, because that will help, officially determine, because it's possible to go periods of time where you don't lose weight. You might even gain some weight, especially if you've changed up your exercise in any type, form, or intensity. More than likely you're going to build up, at the minimum, you're going to rebuild some of your lean muscle mass that you lost. Most weight loss surgery patients, it's just a fact. Along with the fat loss comes some amount of lean muscle mass loss, which is why it's important to make sure that you keep up with your exercise, and especially that you get your adequate supply of protein in. So that's vital. So if you're just starting out your journey, or and this is not just for people who are weight loss surgery patients. This would go for anybody who is making any type of diet modification. If you're making a lifestyle change and changing your diet, you want to make sure that your food regimen contains the right amount of protein, that you're getting, adequate supplies. And there are lots of different, you can journal, you can track. I recommend some form of tracking so that you can get a ballpark of where you're at on at least a weekly basis, if not daily. I happen to use myfitnesspal.com. It's a free website application that you can use online. They also have a mobile version for both iPhones and Android phones, which is free. It syncs to the website. And of course, the latest rage now, for $100, you can go out and get a device called Fitbit, which I may be doing also, and that will automatically track everything for you, including monitoring your sleeping patterns, and that wirelessly transmits back to either their free site, or it is actually compatible with a couple of other weight loss applications out there, and MyFitnessPal is one of those. Excuse me. So, yeah. So basically that's where I'm at. 348. Actually down 5 pounds this week. I had gotten up to 353 after I started boot camp. And I'm attributing a lot of that to building back a lot of muscle, because it's very training type exercise. And I know that it's definitely put some muscle back on me, which is good. So hopefully now my conversion is kind of balanced off. And, the other tricky part is, there's so much trial and error when it comes to weight loss. So the other thing, I had talked to my nutritionist at my surgeon's office, and she recommended that I bump my calories, because I had been doing about 1,100 to 1,200 calories a day and been stalled out for so long and so frustrated. And, I've been really good about getting my fluids in almost all the time. I have days when, my sleeve is a little grouchy, and, yeah, even liquids are tough to get down, but I can't say that I've had any major setbacks as far as that goes. I always manage to get pretty close to the mark on my protein and my fluids both. And luckily for me, I've always been a huge water fan. Love water, drink it all the time, even prior to surgery, drank, lots of water. So that's a good thing and very important. A lot of people can run into dehydration issues very fast, so especially weight loss surgery patients. You just have to be very careful, make sure you're getting your water in, sip, sip, sip all day long. Make sure you get it down, do whatever you need to, use, sugar-free flavorings, teaspoon of honey, warmer water as opposed to colder is easier to digest, decaffeinated tea. You can count any liquid as long as it's sugar-free and decaffeinated. A lot of people have coffee still and tea caffeinated, which is fine. I drink it too in the morning. I'm never going to give up my coffee. I just have grown to love it, and it's part of my routine. And I drink it socially, on occasion. So that's not going away. But I haven't used sugar in my coffee in a long time, so I'm good there. So that's pretty much it. I'm doing really, really well. I feel really, really great. I got a touch of a cold going on right now. But other than that, plugging away. Just got to find a job now. Things will really be much better. But looking forward to the East Coast meet and greet in Atlantic City. And just moments ago I saw Tom's got only 4 tickets left. So if you want to go, don't wait. Grab those tickets now because they just flew out the door. It's going to be a great get-together this year. They've blown away their trial run last year. So I'm really looking forward to meeting some people in person. Finally, it's just this weight loss community, between YouTube and Facebook has been just absolutely amazing. Met so many great people, and I am very much looking forward to seeing everybody there. So it sounds like it's going to be a good time, and Tom is working really hard at making sure we stay busy and have fun. And if you've been following us on the Facebook page, you know that there's some crazy people in our bunch. So it's going to be a good time. Very interesting, to say the least. Not naming any names, but you know who you are. Okay, so I will leave you good people on that note, and I hope everybody is doing great. I wish everybody on their journeys lots of success and health, and stay strong, everybody. Until next time, take care. Bye.